Hey everyone!
Welcome to
The Monster Couch! Blah blah blah! Say cheese!
I'm Oz.
I'm Drew. It's Halloween. At least
Yeah.
at the time this gets uploaded, it will be.
Yes, we had to record in due time, but the spooky spirit is fully in the air.
And the spooky season is just starting.
Yeah, it's quite cold though. We are
Yeah.
in Minnesota. It's unavoidable.
It's freezing in here,
It
for
is.
one.
But these costumes help us warm up, so
Yeah.
figured it would be great for the Halloween episode.
Yeah, and we are starting with a pretty important topic, actually. I think the most important topic for spooky season.
Vital.
What is your favorite candy?
I'm a Reese's guy.
Okay, I got you.
I can't decide between the peanut butter cups or the pieces, but I'm a Reese's guy.
See, if we're talking chocolate, Milky Way all the way.
Fair. Very fair.
But honestly, Smarties is at the top of my list.
Ooh. My second place would have to be Kit Kats.
Kit Kats do rock.
Yeah, they're just classic. All of them too, like dark chocolate, white chocolate.
There's so many good flavors.
Yeah.
Especially if you can import some amazing
Yeah.
flavors from
Yep,
other countries
and the Mall
too.
of America has them. It's
Tons of
awesome.
them. It's wonderful. But yeah, no, Smarties. I always try to get a bag. That and any of the Wonka stuff like Sprees and
Nice.
bottle
Oh,
caps.
I'm a sucker for candy corn.
Oh my! Oh
Yeah,
yes.
I'll chow down.
The
a
pumpkins
big
are
candy
pretty
corn.
good too, but they can just be a little much
Overpowered.
sometimes.
Absolutely.
You can eat a lot of candy corn, but not a lot of pumpkins.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, we have some pretty fun plans lined up for Halloween. If they carry through. We won't be able to record that much because we'll be out in public, but we're planning on both dressing up as Beetlejuice and going to the Mall of America.
Yes.
Yeah, and my dog also has a Beetlejuice costume.
Yeah, we are gonna be the ghost with the most,
Yeah.
running around, having an absolute
Or me! It'll be great. It'll be a good time.
Screams all around.
Yeah. I think one of the best topics to start out with for Halloween, on our channel anyways, is something that's vital to us.
Yeah.
How Halloween has shaped cosplay.
Right, because okay, as you know, we've talked about it in length before. We are cosplayers. I mean,
That's us.
that's us. We have too many costumes. Maybe it's a problem.
It is.
I'm in serious debt.
We need more space.
I've committed so much tax evasion.
How have they not found the extra house?
Anyways, yes. Starting off cosplay, actually, it was for Halloween. I did a cosplay of Shizuo from Durarara.
Yeah, and I can see that absolutely for so many people. It's such a great introduction to the feel of being in a costume and having people in public go, whoa.
Now, granted, at the time, I didn't know wigs were a thing. My hair was bleach blonde. It was terrible.
It
Wasn't great. But
the spirit was there.
yeah, exactly.
That's all that it needs, especially for your first costume.
Oh, for sure. Well, I had at that point in time, I've made other costumes. When I was in like 5th, 6th grade, we made from scratch
Nice.
an Altair costume.
That's sick. That's sick. Yeah, I obviously Halloween starting out, we had a bunch of fun costumes, but most of them were store-bought. And then I got into my crafty stage towards the end of elementary school, and I made a couple costumes, but they weren't for Halloween. So my introduction to cosplay was really on my own.
What was the first costume you made?
Okay, so the first costume I fabricated by hand was my own Sith Lord.
Okay.
It was like this aluminum. I used metal helmet, and we like shaped it to be like the perfect helmet shape. and we cut out like this triangle in the mouth, and then using that piece, we like outdented it so it's kind of like a scoop, and then we welded that back in, so I had like a scoop for the mouth, and I had like these angry lightning bolt eyes, and that was based on construction hard hat.
Oh my!
And then I had like this burlap sack cloak. And
That's
some
kind of
like,
cool.
syringe needle hands kind of thing. That was really wild.
Dang, okay, that was not the answer I was expecting. That's super cool.
But my first con cosplay that I made was Spock.
The photos are iconic.
Yeah, blue exercise shirt, black exercise-esque turtleneck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The ears.
Black pants, the ears, the wig, the eyebrows.
The eyebrows, that's right.
The phaser, I got a Halloween one, painted it. The communicator is one of the like $60 communicator toys.
Dang.
It was awesome. I loved it. And I put Velcro on the back of it so I could just stick it to my belt. And I 3D printed the insignia, the badge.
Oh, you went all out for this. Dang, dude.
Yeah, that was about 9 years ago.
Oh my god.
Before that, I was doing Doctor Who costumes.
I would have been
from
so
thrift stores.
Oh my god, no. I totally did that too. Like the trench coat I used for Gambit was my 10th Doctor trench coat when I was doing him.
Mine still fits me now. It was a little big on me then, but still looked good.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of big on Tennant. But now it really fits me perfectly.
Yeah, it's too small for me to do 10th Doctor with it anymore. But dude, that was... oh my god. David Tennant's Doctor is my favorite.
Yeah,
We've been in depth. Yeah. Not in depth. We've talked about
absolutely,
this
absolutely. Yeah. What else should we go to from here? Costumes we did as kids.
Yes. So I did a lot of Star Wars. I was Darth Vader one year. I did Jango Fett another year actually, which is why I have my West Star blasters. Yeah.
That's awesome. I did Vader one year, and then I did a 501st Clone Trooper. I've done a bunch. My favorite year though, my neighbors are elderly, or they were, and they were very, I don't know, they were in their own little pocket.
Yeah. Scary
stuff wasn't for them. So I dressed up as the commercial character that sold like real estate over the phone. Like, hello, this is Peggy. And it was like the middle-aged man with a beard.
Yeah.
Like a hair, and a big like tan sweater and like these dress pants, and I dressed up as that to go trick-or-treating at my neighbor's. And then as soon as I got done there, I changed into Jason with a leather jacket, a tattered shirt, replica mask, a fake machete, like the whole works.
That's so
and then I went out trick-or-treating.
That's so intricate.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I had to do a whole costume swap heist plan.
Oh my god.
It was such a fun time.
For me, that was my Marty McFly.
Nice.
I think it probably would have been 2015. I threw together a Marty McFly costume for Halloween. Made the hoverboard out of some cheap, I went to a thrift store and picked up one of those cheap plastic snowboards and cut it up into the shape of a skateboard and kind of made my own hoverboard. I think the little foot plate, like the green disc, was made out of like a cheese puffs lid or some shit.
My plan for making one of those was the 50-cent pies from Walmart. Those tins, perfect.
Genius.
Yeah.
And then I used paper plates as the hover plates on the bottom and used a lot of tape to mask things off and taped it around. It was horrendous looking, but it worked. I actually really liked the look of it in the end.
That's awesome.
But it was all thrown together. The first time I really got cosplay and Halloween mixed in one it was when I first started cosplaying. I think it was it would have been just after Fusion 2017.
Nice.
I had my Tony Stark cosplay and I had 3D printed his repulsor ray and wired it up to a 9-volt.
Nice.
Through the sleeve of this jacket, and it was so cool.
That's awesome.
People loved it. It was
absolutely
the coolest year, because when you make your own costume, or make your own aspect of the costume at least,
people go nuts. Yeah. I mean, it's why I get so excited. Because it's a chance for everyone's creativity to flow, on top of being one of the only holidays that you don't need to make plans with your family. You can do your own thing and express yourself.
And you can dress up as whatever you want. There's no limits or restrictions. No. It's just fun.
Have fun. Show what you're passionate about.
It's the one time of year creative. People don't look at me funny when I'm walking around dressed up as someone else.
Right. It's far too often with us.
Unless I'm in New York. No one bats an eye in New York.
That's fair. It's a rule there, though. Not here. Not here.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. What's your favorite Halloween movie?
That's a really hard one. There's so many good Halloween movies. I would consider Nightmare Before Christmas, even though it's really a Christmas movie, still a Halloween movie.
I think it's the perfect November movie. You just passed Halloween.
The middle zone, yeah.
It's before Christmas. It's perfect.
Perfect timing. Okay,
My birthday is November 29th, and Halloween is the end of October, and Christmas is the end of December. It's like a month away. So it's exactly a month. My birthday is just Nightmare Before Christmas time.
That's awesome. Right. That's perfect timing for it.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah,
I feel like our shared top horror movies are right there. Nightmare Before Christmas and Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm. Beetlejuice is a big one.
Amazing. It's a classic.
Ghostbusters too.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. Ghostbusters will not specifically a Halloween movie.
It's spooky.
It's a spooky season movie. I watch it every October, at least twice. I've already seen it once, and I'm probably gonna watch it again later this week.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm a horror movie nut. We just hit 20 years of the movie 13 Ghosts. That's pretty awesome. I accidentally watched it on the 20-year anniversary, which made me really happy to find out. It was just on HBO Max. I was like, yeah, I used to love this movie. I put it on, watched it, loved it, and then 3 days later, today, I found out that was the 20th anniversary. And I was like, all right, I'll take that.
That's so perfect. That's such perfect timing.
Yeah. But my favorite horror movie would have to be Hellraiser.
Yeah, you talked about it at length. Dude.
I love Hellraiser. It's just really macabre, you know? It shows that humans have a dirty side, and it shows the story of those people running from it and facing the consequence with the most cool, spooky, gothic aesthetics.
Yeah, for sure.
It's amazing. I love Hellraiser.
I have yet to see the movie.
Agreed, yeah. And the first two are the only ones that are necessary, as I've said before. But we'll definitely have to watch those within the next couple weeks.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah.
Trying to think what other... okay. Not a lot of people like this movie. I brought it up earlier. Okay. I love Happy Death Day.
Yep.
It's the Groundhog's Day of... I guess horror movies. Yeah. It's totally just a thriller, meant to just give you jump scares.
Absolutely.
But it's just a lot of fun.
That's fair.
And I think it did a pretty good job at that, the day resetting, that Groundhog's Day feel. Right. It did a great job with it, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I loved the concept. I was really excited for it. The first time I watched it, I was playing a drinking game, and it was super cheesy, and I was sick the entire night.
Oh, I can imagine.
To abbreviate that story. I was also a little under the table drinking to cut my friends some slack, and they babysat me all night. It was a nightmare. I feel so bad.
Oof. It's gonna be a time.
Yeah, it definitely was. That movie was a low point for drinking games, for sure. It sounded good in premise. Turned out very... flawed on my end in execution.
Okay. Okay. What is the worst horror movie?
Oh my gosh. I've seen a lot of pretty big stinkers.
If you had to name one.
That's a great question. That I honestly don't know if I've thought about it before, because there's so many just garbage ones. But I'll have to give it to, what was it called? I saw this really cheesy one on Amazon Prime, and it had 4 stars. So I was like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
And it's got some good cast, and it was just you know what? I'm going to change my answer right now. The worst movie that I've seen with a star-studded cast, and it's great for spooky season.
Yeah.
Buckaroo Banzai.
Dude, Buckaroo Banzai!
I love it so much, but it is easily the worst movie of all time.
But it's I guess...
You can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
It's the worst movie, but I love it.
Okay.
It's crazy because they had like fucking RoboCop, Doc, like they had a star-studded cast throughout the entire thing, and it was just like the lowest budget, like poorly written movie.
But it wasn't really a horror movie.
No, but it's great for spooky season.
It is great for
the
spooky
whole
season.
alien invasion genre. I feel like
similar vibe. I don't know why, but a good thing for spooky season, Weird Science. And I can't explain to you why Weird Science is such a great spooky season movie, but it just kind of fits. It's definitely hasn't aged the best.
No, absolutely
all.
Not. Absolutely not.
But Oingo Boingo.
It was a classic of the time too. And like his older brother getting turned into a toad at the end. It was just, that movie was wild.
Yeah.
And as it should have been. We have to mention the classics though.
Yeah.
Halloween Town.
Yeah. Not a great movie.
But the pinnacle of spooky.
No. I was gonna say this isn't a great movie, but Freddy versus Jason.
Yes. I think it gets more flack than it deserves.
I agree, but it's still not good. It's just so ridiculous.
But if you think on that level, most of the Freddy movie, like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that all kind of falls apart like a Jenga tower.
Indeed. And I love those ones. Like, he folds the guy up in his bed. It's just like, whoa. All right, we're starting out the gate. It's going nuts.
Okay, one franchise I could never get into was Saw. Never could do it.
I liked them when I was younger, but I think I got less scared and more uncomfortable with them.
They just I don't know. It's not my style. It hurts watching it kind of, and I feel awkward, like I shouldn't be viewing this.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. It's not my genre of horror in any way, shape, or form. It's just suffering. But I respect it. Just not for me.
No, yeah, I totally get you. Yeah. Like I see the appeal. Like if you're into that like crazy fucking
slow burn,
out of the world traps,
make your skin crawl,
absolute gruesome every single time.
Right.
I get the appeal.
Yeah.
But how many movies are there?
8, 9.
Lots.
Like
too many.
Agreed.
Too many.
Agreed. I can say the same about Hellraiser for sure, but they didn't even hit the numbers Saw did.
Yeah.
It's nuts. A good one to talk about. I want to talk about the reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street with Rorschach as Freddy.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah, that movie was phenomenal.
I didn't realize.
Incredible. And Danielle Panabaker is in it. Killer Frost in Flash.
I might not have seen this then.
It's incredible.
When did this come out?
Like 2009 or something like that. Almost around.
No,
the same
I would have
time.
had to see that.
It was around the same time as the reboot, Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay.
That one was also good, but a lot less story heavy.
It was just kind of a slasher flick.
Right.
It wasn't much else.
Right. That's kind of what you have to expect from it. Otherwise, they're diverging too much from the original picture, you know?
Okay. One of the worst horror games ever was the NES Friday the 13th game. So terrible. You're just thrown in the middle of it, no explanation, and it's just a pain. It's just a struggle to beat that game.
Right.
I've never done it. I've never gotten through it.
Me neither. And the only thing I don't like about the game, I just like as its own thing, just as its own topic.
It's just funny.
Jason in purple and like teal.
Yes. Oh my God. Like this weird greenish purpley like behemoth of. He looks like Pixels. A sausage grew appendages.
Right. Yeah, and his mask was not clear in those pixels.
It was it was vomit all over the screen, I swear.
Indeed. But as like a separate concept, I love it. It's like an all purple and teal and cyan Jason. That's awesome.
I haven't played the Friday the 13th game in a very long time. I played a little bit of it with my cousin, I believe. But if they ever added that as a skin...
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they probably have.
They probably have. I didn't play it enough to unlock any of the skins. But I browsed through them. But I just tried
out the game real fast, so I have no idea. But that'd be amazing if it is.
Agreed. Yeah, I would probably buy that if that's how that game works.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to unlock it or what have you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think another thing worth mentioning in the realm of media is WandaVision's Halloween episode.
Yes, the costumes were wonderful.
Yeah, that was really kind of something new in the MCU, and it was for Halloween. We got, comic book Wanda and Vision and Quicksilver and Wiccan. Like, that was awesome.
Like, it was great.
Yeah.
We got all of that, like, as close to comic accurate as they could. And with Wanda, it was practically spot on. Vision looked just the campier
it was
style,
amazing.
But it was
super
funny.
Campy. The shorts and the Converse.
That was like a wrestler outfit. It was so funny.
It was awesome. Yeah, I love that special so much. And another TV special that really just blew my mind was the Teen Titans episode from Teen Titans Go with Beetlejuice.
Oh my god, yes.
And Alex Brightman from Broadway Beetlejuice.
Yeah, the only Teen Titans episode I can still like stomach.
Right, me too. I think I've watched it to fall asleep because I needed something that I didn't want to pay attention to.
But was still entertaining enough to like focus on.
Just satisfy me to fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's great for that.
That's a great in-between.
There are a couple episodes that are bangers, but like there's not like a full episode that was good.
There's moments.
It's just moments.
There's references.
Great references, great moments.
Bits and pieces, but I can't.
The entire show is hard. Yeah. Yeah. But that episode, I love the entire thing. I mean, we have somewhere in the multiverse.
Yeah. We
have a universe where Beetlejuice killed Trigon with a sandworm.
With a sandworm. Oh my god, yes.
I couldn't ask for more. On top of the super Beetlejuice cartoon-esque adventures, it's
oh my god,
so nostalgic.
The cartoon, I forgot about the cartoon.
I love the cartoon.
I was reminded of it recently while checking out a little bit more about the Sam and Max cartoon because I'd seen a few episodes. I like the games.
Yeah.
But I hadn't watched much of it. But I came across...
there's a Beetlejuice video game.
There is. For the NES, there's one for the Game Boy.
Based on the cartoon, isn't it?
The Game Boy is based off the cartoon. The NES is based off the movie.
Huh. Yeah. We gotta try those someday.
Absolutely. They're not good. Fun.
No, I believe it.
They're terrible.
I just want to see the aesthetics.
Actually, the Game Boy one, I don't know for certain. I think the Game Boy would have been okay. Most Game Boy ports were pretty good.
Game Boy Advance?
No, original Game Boy.
Damn.
DMG.
So close.
But yeah, the NES game was a funky platformer.
Yeah, I believe it. Platformer for Beetlejuice?
All NES games are platformers.
Right.
That or they were shoot 'em ups. Back to the Future was a shoot 'em up.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be a shoot 'em up. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a puzzle platformer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fair.
Granted, I haven't played much.
Fair. Also fair.
I most of the NES library I have not beaten. I've played through a decent portion though.
Yeah, I've been a Sega Genesis boy for a long time, and I had a Game Boy.
Genesis was my second retro console. Yep. N64, but at the time I got it, it wasn't really retro.
Nice.
It was real. I was really young.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, same with my Sega Genesis. It was just an outdated console at the time, I guess. I never even thought about that. It's probably still, but yeah, it's one of those reboot mini consoles, so
yeah, dude,
that means it's popular enough.
It's retro.
Right.
It's retro.
It hit retro now, and I'm excited.
It's been retro for years.
Right, but I got it when I was like probably 6.
Valid.
Yeah. So, yeah. What else do we have to talk about spooky season? Have you ever done like a really cool pumpkin?
I've never been good at carving pumpkins.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm absolutely terrible.
Maybe you haven't been around the right tools yet. Because once I got the sculpting set,
I've had a lot of sculpting sets.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I literally have a bucket of like pumpkin carving tools in the basement. Even some electric ones. Yeah, nah.
That's unfortunate.
Hands
I feel
don't
bad
have
for
that
you.
dexterity.
I am the Pumpkin King.
It's more of just like keeping a steady motion and then making it even. It's like how I can't draw two eyes the same.
That's fair. Pumpkins that I've gotten have been really tough, so they're really easy to sculpt because you can just hack away at it.
Yeah.
Like that. It's great. I love it.
I feel like I just slip too much and I end up cutting myself at some point.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, I'll just like slice through my finger and be like, not again. Every year.
I've done some pretty spectacular, spooky ones.
Yeah. I'm really sad I didn't get to do a pumpkin last year.
Damn. Are you going to do one this year?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I still got to buy one.
That's fair. Hey, time's running out.
But yeah, some of your pumpkins are incredible.
I've done Venom. I've done Oogie Boogie. I've done
Sandworm.
so many. I've done the Sandworm. I did Beetlejuice this year.
Yep.
I've done some Power Rangers back in the day. Yeah. I've had a very nerdy pumpkin career. I've done some common riders, like tertiary rider, like obscurity type stuff.
See, I just always do the classic, like, triangle eyes, smiley face.
This year I was just going for a normal face.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be a branded pumpkin this year. And then when I accidentally fell into the design I did by cutting off the lid, I picked a pumpkin with a stem that was smushed down.
Yeah.
So I started cutting the circle, and then I was like, oh, big oval, I guess. I was like, oh, I can use this as the mouth and not even use the top. And then once I drew on the eyes, I was like, this is Beetlejuice. And then I just went from there. We had green yarn, and one of the sculpting tools, I can't even describe it, but it was just perfect for just punching in the yarn into the pumpkin.
That's so crazy.
It was awesome.
I gotta see this. Holy shit.
Yeah, indeed.
Holy crap, Nightwing. Holy pumpkin.
Holy pumpkin, Batman.
Holy pumpkin, Batman.
I wonder if Tim Drake's catchphrase would be to Nightwing instead of Batman.
Yeah, I guess in this, like, with Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy pumpkins, Batman.
Holy pumpkin, Nightwing.
I love it. We're going to do our own Halloween special.
Yeah.
Put it on Hallmark. It's just that good.
Okay, who actually watches those Halloween Hallmark movies? Or Hallmark movies in general?
No one. Yeah, that's the joke.
My mom does. My mom, I'll sometimes, like, just, like, be over in like, and I'll hear it from the room, like, the Hallmark channel running, and I'll be like, what on earth? Why?
I can't say much. My mom is a investigation discovery
she watched them
girl.
all throughout my childhood too. I know every trope.
Oh yeah, me too. As a film major,
I feel like they just
unbelievably predictable.
I feel like all their scripts are just Mad Libs, and they just refilm them every other year.
They do, but they also use Mad Libs for character descriptors.
Exactly.
It's so fun to not watch.
Yeah, and just to make fun of.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. They're not the worst things in the world, but they're just soulless and uninspired.
Agreed thoroughly.
I'm sorry if you like them. I'm sorry.
It happens.
But, you know.
Yeah. C'est la vie.
Yeah.
I would talk about Marvel Zombies, but we've already covered
We have covered a bit of Marvel Zombies
Same with
already.
What If Marvel Zombies.
Yes.
We've also talked about them.
The zombie episode was so good, though.
Agreed. We got to see English. We got to see some heavy hitters that episode.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, we got Hulk, we got Scarlet Witch,
Bucky,
we got Cap, we got Falcon, we got, oh my gosh, Happy. Blam,
blam, blam, blam, blam. Are you saying blam?
That was so sad.
That broke my heart, dude.
So incredibly written.
Oh, such a great
Unlike
episode.
the Marvel Zombies comic series, which I love.
They're so much fun, though. They're so
Agreed.
much fun. The most recent run from, like, what was it, 2020 or 20? It would have been 2020, I think. Absolutely rocked.
Agreed.
It was so good.
Agreed.
And just it felt more serious than some of the others.
It's funny that the series hasn't really gone away.
Yeah, it just manages to
Like,
keep persisting.
It had like some real dumb stuff in the last like 10 years, and then the newest series was good again.
But with an infinite number of Earths, you know,
Right.
infinite attempts at any story you want, really.
It's true. Just like the Evil Dead one, which is my favorite.
Or whenever they tried to fix the Clone Saga, technically a different Earth.
Yep, it's true. It's true. There are some better ones to focus on that, though.
Yeah, there really are.
Especially now that Ben Reilly's back.
Yes.
I read them.
Symbiotes.
Great issues.
I know, right?
Loved them. But that's all talk about that for the Halloween episode. Yeah, what else should we talk about? What if you could make any costume, what would you make?
Oh, you're talking right now. I have
Like, if you could, like, your skills and everything else aside, if you could hand make any costume, what would you make?
Dude, it would be an Iron Man suit. It would
That's
have
fair.
to be an Iron Man suit. No. No.
Ooh.
It would actually be... Okay. It would either be the Iron Man suit or it would be like screen accurate Boba Fett armor.
That's fair. Yeah, that one's an expensive one.
I'm talking
to the people
Empire Strikes Back suit.
Yep, either one, Return of the Jedi or Empire, they're just nuts expensive.
I'd want to make it screen accurate, like down to like.
Yep. And if you did that,
everything.
You would need to buy like the raw materials that they used, which is doable but extremely pricey.
I'd be losing my mind.
Yeah. I mean, mine would probably be the same. I was gonna say Godzilla.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yep. Just walking around the street. Yeah, I would love that. I'd probably do something complex in it too, because with my knowledge of what I do know how to do, I'd put a miniaturized fog machine in the tail and run a tube up the back of the spine. Maybe some ports out the fins.
Yeah.
Just maybe, but definitely the major port out the mouth. And then have like an LED in the mouth too. Open up the mouth.
So
fog and a blue light beam. Atomic breath.
So good.
I've been playing it out, but making the actual suit is just out of my realm right now.
I mean, I've been wanting to do like a Hulk or a Thing suit.
Yeah. Yes, there's some great Marvel characters.
Thing seems slightly easier since it's less organic.
Yeah, you can do rocks as long as they can fit together.
But Hulk is just muscle.
Right.
And that's
and you have to
so
make it smooth.
Sculpt.
However you do that and keep it flexible and painted.
No idea how I do that.
Yeah.
So probably going to do a Thing costume at some point.
That's fair.
It's just got to be massive and heavy.
I've got so many giant armors I want to do. Two of them I'm actually about to do, so...
Yeah.
We'll see when that gets here. Hydra Stomper and Stiltman.
It's going to be crazy cool, though.
Agreed. I have the materials, too.
It's going to be so good.
Indeed. Such a task, though. Such a task. Especially for stilts. They're dangerous.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not going to spoil the secret of the suit. Unless that's something you want to do.
No, that's great for the reveal, for sure.
Yeah.
I love that there's a stark contrast between spooky and horror in media.
Do too.
Because I feel like the line is drawn in the sand where it's like spooky, there's not people being chopped up. Spooky isn't necessarily for Halloween.
Right.
Like, as long as it's like an unusual or paranormal subject, like aliens, ghosts, monsters, it's spooky.
Yeah.
But as soon as those things start shedding blood with the people they're on screen with, it's horror.
Now, not every case though, especially with aliens.
That's true. Yeah, some of them are.
But if we're talking about the franchise Aliens, then I'd agree.
That's definitely horror, for sure.
It depends on the movie, though.
That's also very true. They've had a lot of them. I really liked Prometheus. I don't know if you've seen it. It's the prequel.
I haven't seen it, no.
No one knew it was going to be a prequel until I'm going to save that. That's a spoiler.
Yeah, don't say anything, but
it's a really good movie.
I didn't know. I've never heard of it before.
I love it. It got a lot of bad reviews, but what movie that we love hasn't?
Exactly, yeah. A lot of
unavoidable.
Ours. Yeah.
It's so funny. Yeah. Should we move on to news?
We should go on some news. Dune has come out and
yes.
Oh my god. It's only okay. It's a part 1.
Yes.
Getting that right out of the way.
Didn't advertise it to be such, to my knowledge.
No,
I never saw anything suggesting
anywhere, but I'm okay with that. It kind of needs to be a 2-parter.
Agreed. If I would have seen this, I mean, it's 2.5 hours.
It's
and
2.5
every bit
hours,
that was in it was necessary exposition, and they even left out a lot of critical things from the books. And that's 2.5 hours for exposition. If they would have put that into one movie, I would have been pretty mad upon seeing it. But upon seeing it and realizing it's a part 1, I only had one thing come to mind, and there's power hates a void, and I think Dune is about to be the Lord of the Rings of this era.
100%, especially if we get movies inspired by the sequel and the third book too.
I would love that. I mean, now that we have the second one confirmed as of today.
Yeah.
Well, several days ago, as at the time of this video's release.
I mean, it was confirmed really when we saw it was a part 1. Let's be real here. We knew Dune was going to blow up and that they were going to do a sequel.
But you never know. Producers are angry. Look at Netflix Daredevil.
Very true. Save Daredevil.
Let's take the highest rating show on Netflix, with the biggest cry to be continued. Put it on a cliffhanger.
Cancel it.
Cancel it.
Shut down.
I'm sure there's some behind the scenes Mickey stuff happening.
But that aside,
yes,
Dune was incredible. A great representation of the book. Way better than the 1984 film.
Agreed. Agreed.
Especially the number one standout for me, and this is so stupid, is the shields.
Interesting. So I mean, that's
because they were
very
they were rectangles.
Yeah.
And yes, it was fun watching. It was fun watching Sir Patrick Stewart just like going ham as a rectangle.
I can't remember what the lead actor's name was.
I don't.
He was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was the main character's dad who became a powered individual. I'm not going to spoil it because I still really want you to watch that show.
I didn't realize. Anyways.
He's a good actor, I promise
awesome.
you. Outside of that 84 movie, he's a great actor.
It was such a weird movie, but the 84 Dune was still really funny.
Agreed.
Well, still really good, but it was in a campy way.
Right. It was good to give the people who can't put themselves in books as much, at least on the map for Dune. They got a grasp of the concept. They knew where to start.
Right. This takes it to another level.
I could go on for days about the soundtrack.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, goosebumps. Like the entire movie. It was really slow as it should have been.
Right. They took time to actually explain stuff going on. It was more dragged out, but not in a negative way.
Right.
And I liked that they took time for the exposition.
Right. My only complaint is a spoiler, so I can't say it.
Right.
But they just didn't expand on certain things that I wish they would have. But again, it's their story, and we have no idea how they're going to take it in the second one.
Now,
and it was incredible for what we got.
We do have one thing, and that is Zendaya is going to be headlining this next film. So it's going to be more her, like maybe not her point of view, but more focused on her at the least. If not from her point of view, and I think that would be an interesting way to do the story.
Yeah, that would be
because then you get these 2 sides.
A real. I mean, the most notorious example of that in a good way is Romeo and Juliet.
Exactly.
It's the 2 warring tribes per se.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I could say more. I want to.
I do
it's all
too, but it's
territory.
still such a new
Just
movie.
Came out.
We don't want to spoil anything. Just please, if you have HBO, it's free on HBO Max.
HBO Max isn't free, but if you have it,
you don't have to pay extra to watch it. Is what I mean.
Right. No Premiere Access.
Yeah, nothing like Disney used to do. I don't know if they're still doing that. Maybe not with Marvel.
They are.
But well, yeah, nothing like that. It's just free to you if you have HBO Max subscription.
Yeah, agreed.
Otherwise, just go see it in theaters. It's incredible, especially if you can get like the Dolby surround sound stuff, like the IMAX stuff.
Oh yeah,
anything
don't
like
even
that.
Get me started on Dream Loungers, baby.
Oh my god. Any extra experience to elevate it. The AMC
Cook the heater too?
Yeah.
Oh, those are great. Yeah.
It's like a nice car.
Agreed. Like Dune, we got some other news.
Yes, we do.
One of my favorite pieces of news I've received in quite some time since his casting was announced for Doom Patrol. Brendan Fraser is now going to be joining the DC universe as Firefly in the Batwoman movie.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
I'm excited with every little tidbit we get from this movie.
Agreed. We had Harrison Ford in the 90s as the action star.
Yep.
2000s had a power gap. And everyone was like, who was that guy? It was 100% Brendan Fraser.
I can agree with that.
And it just, he was...
I can totally agree with that.
He was played by the system. But I'm so glad that he's resurging in fucking tremendous force. He's incredible in Doom Patrol. I love him so much. He was obviously incredible in The Mummy. He's incredible in everything he's been in. And
The Mummy's a classic. How did we not bring up The Mummy earlier?
That's a good point.
That's kind of like spooky season-ish.
I didn't even think about that. I usually watch it in the summer because they're in a desert.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's really funny.
Yeah. I always feel like I group The Mummy in like spooky season, you know?
That would be... that makes a lot of sense. I don't know where my summer vibe came from with that movie. I don't know.
Desert.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it.
Warm colors.
Blistering hot summers in Minnesota.
That's true. It feels like it.
Yeah.
For sure. Especially with the humidity. Anyways.
Still not a lot other than that on the new Batgirl movie that's coming out in the next couple of years here.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
Me too. We only have 4 confirmed actors. We don't know if Batman's even going to be in it. If they do, are they going to have another new one? Or are they going to keep Batfleck? There's a lot of questions for the future of this movie. It's kind of
up in the air.
I'm excited to find out.
Yeah. Now, speaking of casting, we got confirmation Bill Murray is going to be in the MCU.
Yeah.
In Ant-Man, I believe, is what they're saying.
Ants! Ant-Man!
Yeah, we're getting Bill Murray and Ant-Man. I don't know as who. I don't know why or what reason. If even a major role, but Bill Murray, I love Bill Murray.
They know who to call, obviously.
And if there's any on-screen time with him and...
Continue. It just can't escape once it starts.
I completely forgot what I was going to say.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're all good.
The Ghostbusters theme can't be stopped. When it gets into my head, it's going.
It goes on.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Other than that, Hasbro.
Yeah. Hasbro PulseCon just happened. I am lucky enough that I work a desk job and I wasn't on phones this week. So I got to have the thing rolling on mute the entire time with the chat on. And I got to watch every reveal and it was such an amazing 2 days. They had some guests on that were comic book writers and visual storytellers of different ways, shapes, and forms. And they were all inspiring as hell. And they got to see their creations come to life. Some of the biggest, I guess, to start off with is there were 2 HasLab projects that stuck out to me. For those who don't know, HasLab is real expensive prop replica or like really high level of whatever the series they're in. They announced one thing that isn't in the 2 big categories, Marvel Legends and Black Series for me. The one I want to mention first is, I don't know if you know about it, the HasLab replica Proton Pack.
No.
Yeah. Will 110% be backing that project. I'm so excited. But then there was a plethora of news.
So much money.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be so broke.
I mean, from what they've been doing, everything's been around $350.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so broke.
Yep. So this will probably be 4 times that, I'd assume. I can't imagine. It's a backpack with a bunch of stuff on it.
And switches.
And a
detail.
Wand.
Don't cross
that extends and lights up, and everything lights up. Everything does everything. It's incredible. They only teased it, and then they teased it again. I think it's going to be revealed tomorrow, if tomorrow's the 27th.
Oh, so it hasn't been officially revealed yet then?
They did at PulseCon, just as a teaser. We haven't seen the full product yet.
Okay, just bits and pieces.
Just
then.
a silhouette.
Oh, okay, so we know what it is. Okay.
Yep.
Watch it be the 2016 Proton Pack.
That would be so funny. That'd be so funny.
No, it's gonna be the original.
With
after
the new movie coming out, yeah.
I'm so excited for that movie.
Me too. And
Everything
Paul Rudd from Ant-Man.
Exactly. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I'm excited to see what Bill Murray and Paul Rudd's chemistry is gonna be like.
Twice.
Oh my God, you're right. That might
That's
be why
probably
Bill
how
Murray
they got him.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Me neither. Wow.
Oh.
We're learning together.
The more you know.
The audience and us, maybe. If you knew that already, we're sorry.
We have a single ping pong ball just bouncing around each side of our head. That's our singular brain cell. That's all we got. We apologize.
For what?
Also, coming from Hasbro PulseCon, which excited me a lot when you showed me, is the Needler, the Nerf Needler.
Yeah,
it looks like such a good replica. I love the Halo games, and this thing looks incredible. As you fire it, like the different needles will power off. They all have LEDs individually. It's fully automatic. It only holds 10 rounds. The system where it's actually a mechanical plunger tube reminds me a lot of the Stampede. Yeah. Had it not been a reverse... I think the Stampede might have been a reverse plunger tube, but I don't remember.
The more I've thought about it, the more that speed of firing kind of makes sense. Because with the Needler, you have to charge up your shots.
No.
And then you can shoot more. But it's more like... yeah, I guess it does shoot pretty fast.
That was the other pistol.
Yeah,
that was the other pistol.
That was a plasma.
Yeah, that was a plasma pistol.
Huh.
The Needler just shoots really fast. I was expecting Strife mechanics or something more in line with the... why can't I remember the name? I never owned one myself.
Is it one of the rival ones?
No, it's one of...
I got nothing.
It's one of the, well, I think there was a rival one that used a similar mechanic. It looks like a P90. It has like a thing that goes through and like flings them out, and then they made another one more like a rifle. I can't remember the name of it. The fully auto rifle.
And they had a Gatling gun version of it that basically did the same thing. Outside of the hopper, it just had like a track at the bottom that just
but it wasn't a track at the bottom. It was up top with a magazine well.
Gotcha.
I don't remember the name. Anyways, I'm going too in depth on that.
Indeed.
Yes.
Who knows? They could have just probably not fit anything else in the gun. With how much electronics it sounds like
actually, it's an insane amount of gears.
Yeah.
Looking at the photos.
Yeah. So, who knows?
Yeah, they had enough room for Strife internal. Anyways.
That's fair.
Going on.
Yeah, we had Marvel Legends and Black Series. Black Series also had a HasLab project. We had a reveal of the first render of the HasLab Rancor, which is Black Series scale. It looks massive. It looks great.
Huge.
They showed it next to a Stormtrooper, and the Stormtrooper was like this. And this thing, the Rancor was probably about like... Oh, boy. Let me see. I would say the dome's Beetlejuice outside of the jar to the Jack Skellington.
Dang.
Would be my size comparison. Yeah, it looks incredible. It has so much articulation. Its head can move back. The jaw can open. It has the drool hanging.
Does it come with the bone?
Probably. Yeah, we're not sure yet, I don't think. I'm excited.
That would be funny.
And they're going to reveal more stuff. With these HasLab projects, they reveal more about it as more people sign up to back it.
Okay,
so the more money they have behind it, the more cool shit we're going to get. There's a max. It's usually like 4 tiers, 5 tiers, 3 tiers.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with it, especially if they do like a Return of the Jedi Luke with it. I'm totally missed that figure, and he resells for kind of a nutty price, so... Yeah, but we got another, like, crazy load of figures. Probably should shoot through them fast.
Yeah,
we got,
speed rounds.
Yeah, we got a bunch from Mando. We got, what's his name? Bill's character in Mandalorian with the shaved head.
Oh, shoot. Why is my brain blanking?
Mayhew.
Yes.
We got Mayhew in his tank trooper-esque disguise. I don't know. Removable tank trooper helmet, but in that green camo.
Yeah.
Pretty good for customizers to put a Pedro Pascal head onto so they can do That scene where
he's got his helmet off.
Yeah, the first time he takes off his helmet in the show.
Keep it undercover.
It's awesome.
That moment in the show was.
I was like, the stakes are high. Yes. We are loaded. These are some inebriated meats.
Like it's crazy. And then not to wait.
You're not gonna question that?
I'm not gonna question it. No, because I'm just gonna glaze over it. Because high stakes. Inebriated meats. Oh, that was clever.
Thank you.
Anyway.
Yes. We got a bunch from Mandalorian.
That scene was incredible. Just how tense it was, too, sitting down.
Yeah. And then we got...
Anyways.
We had the collector was just revealed today. I want to see the baby. We have the vintage collection ones that were revealed that are probably going to be Black Series pretty dang soon. Right. Sooner than we know. Ahsoka with her 2 white sabers and her Mando
looks so cool.
Yeah, we've got her coming. They just did a vintage collection, Death Watch Mando, the one that rescues Din, or one of them at least.
Right.
And that one's most likely going to be coming too. We got a bunch. We got more impressive stuff from Marvel Legends though, is my thought. I will mention Deluxe Cobb Vanth with the removable Boba helmet and his jetpack and everything.
A little overpriced.
Agreed.
But cool looking.
I'm going to take it anyways. He's such a cool character, especially in plastic form. I'm going to have him on my Mando shelf 110%.
Oh, yeah.
And then Boba Fett's return outfit in his cloak.
Yes.
Which is awesome. He comes with his stick, his rifle, but...
It looks really cool.
I'll be waiting for the robed armor sets. Yeah. Those ones are really what I'm excited for. Marvel Legends had some crazy news. There's one
heavy hitters.
Really important one that I want to talk about first, because the figure it's on is less important, but the concept of it is really vital to the line. We're getting Vulcan, the third Summers brother.
Oh, yeah.
On a new body mold that's going to be replacing the Bucky Cap mold. So for a lot of Legends collectors, that's a really outdated mold. It's worn its miles. They agreed. They're giving us this new one, and it's probably going to go on a shit ton of figures in the future, which is really exciting.
That's sick.
Yeah. Other than that, we had some crazy reveals.
Yeah.
Do we want to touch base on the ones that are attacking Mr. Voltron over there?
Yeah. Let's touch on those first.
Our VHS box set package.
Yes.
Cell shaded, painted. We only have 2 now, but they're confirmed to do more in the future. Jubilee and Wolverine from the animated series.
They look incredible.
There have been so many Wolverine figures, and I've gotten so many of them. Just because there's not like one definitive one, except for that one.
There.
That one's really close. That one is absurd, and I love it. But the animated series look is just—it's
incredible.
What Wolverine is in my head, truly.
For sure. I mean that show was truly like the best X-Men show,
and they had
not Generations.
They had the showrunner and writer. They're a married couple.
Evolution. Generations?
You did the same thing you did in that one episode.
Yep. I always get it backwards.
Yes.
Evolutions, not Generations.
They had the animated series showrunner and writer. They've been married since before the show was coming out.
Yeah.
On to reveal the figures.
Oh.
And the animated series wasn't around in a time of internet. So although they knew the show was getting like #1 ratings, they had never heard from the fans until conventions. So like she was starting to cry and I was starting to cry.
Oh my god.
And then they announced Wolverine and Jubilee and everything was amazing. Some great accessories. They also announced someone else helped announce the guy who invented him, Null.
Yes.
The first figure of Null, which is great. He's kind of overdue with how many other symbiotes we have now.
Right.
And he looks incredible. He's going to be
kind of
like
got everyone else there,
tall.
you know. We just needed him.
Right. We have so many. We even have Agent Anti-Venom. Like, we've got a lot.
It's due time.
Agreed.
Due time.
To have the Lord. Oh boy, there were so many. What was I most excited for with Legends? Definitely the animated series ones, but
I know one that you were really excited for.
Superman. No, I'm joking. Yeah, no, they did announce it a while back, but it finally came out with Pulse Con. Yeah, the animated series of Spider-Man's Venom.
It looks incredible. The shading of the red and blue.
Gosh.
Oh.
That one's gonna be in the display probably pretty soon.
Absolutely.
Little Spider-Man the animated series display.
I'm down. I'm so down.
Me too.
Yeah, we did recently just switch it out. The Spidey display we had before, it's now Team Red.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's going to be visible that well until we get the new camera, but...
Yeah, we've got Ant-Man, Shang-Chi, Wanda, Spidey, Daredevil, Deadpool, and Iron Man.
Pretty good lineup.
Yeah, we were going to do just Spidey, Daredevil, and Deadpool and have them fighting someone, but we thought it would be kind of exclusive to have only some red characters for a red
We needed
team.
them all. We wanted to go all out with the red characters.
That'd be a pretty nuts team up.
That would be. That's a lot of power.
Yeah.
That's a lot of power.
Crisis level for sure. That's amazing. Yeah. Did we get any other... No, not really. Nothing new. Snyder Cut.
Cody.
Yep.
Batman.
Ahsoka. That's all. Oh yeah, Ham joined the fray up there instead of symbiotes, but that's about it. Yeah.
What else
do we have any other news?
Yes. Actually, a big piece of news. A big movie is going to be coming out in February that we just got the trailer for, starring our favorite British actor that starts with the name Tom and ends with H.
Todd Hewitt. I'm Todd Hewitt. Sorry.
No.
That's who he plays in Chaos Walking, by the way. And that's what he says all the time throughout the movie.
I'm aware, but
okay.
No.
Fair.
It's Tom Hiddleston.
No. Glorious purpose.
No. Uncharted. Tom Holland is starring in Uncharted, coming out in February this next year. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah. It looks straight out the
incredible.
Game. Mark Wahlberg.
Yes. Oh my god.
He's been in some iffy action movies, but I think in this one it has a lot of promise.
Yeah, sure. And he's such a perfect casting for Sully, honestly.
Agreed.
It's really fitting.
Yeah. It feels like a pretty tried and true buddy cop moment, especially with what they showed in the trailer.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah. They seem like their chemistry is going to work pretty well for their characters.
Exactly. A lot of people are saying Tom just doesn't look like Nathan Drake, and to that I say he looks great for a young Nathan Drake. He's not meant to be an adult yet. This is like a prequel film to the games, more or less.
Yeah, and although he may have the experience, it's a prequel. I think he looks incredible for a young Nathan.
And the costumes too.
That's exactly what I was about to say. The costumes just really ascend that look to the perfect level, I think.
Yeah, and just seeing him in action, like the end on the plane with all the crates flowing out, just like the game.
Yep. And we know how stunt capable Tom Holland is.
He nails the movement. It feels just like a QuickTime event from Uncharted. It's perfect.
Especially with the car. Yeah.
Yeah, the car. And then just free falling. It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah. I think that might have been the last of our news.
Yeah, there wasn't too much this time. It was a kind of a shorter episode compared to some of the others.
We did rock through a lot of news last episode, though. So, that's fair. I think so. Yeah. Well, I think it's time to say thanks for joining us. And we have some candy to steal.
Yeah, quite a bit of it. Yeah, let's go eat all the candy in the neighborhood. That way. We need buckets.
Oh, all right. Now that way. They've got the king size.
Thanks for watching.
Feel free to take a seat and join us next time on
The Monster Couch.
Thanks for joining us this time, guys. We just got done carving our pumpkins, but we're all out of pumpkins, so I carved a coconut, kind of. Anyways. Thanks for joining us. We have all of this podcast on Patreon, too. You don't have to be a patron to watch it. You can listen there for free. There are tiers. That's up to you. Make sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you liked what we gab at you. And then feel free to join us next time on the Hero Couch.